Morning, students. So in the previous class we have seen about the uh, about electromagnetic radiations. So what we got to know that light is behaving like a wave, and when it is propagating, it produces an electric field and magnetic field. That's why it was referred as electromagnetic radiation. And overall conclusion we got from that was that light is having a wave nature. Okay, so today first we are going to study about the properties of the wave or the characteristics of the wave. The first characteristic of the wave which we are going to study is wavelength. Okay, the wavelength is what it is. This you can see in the diagram. This is the diagram. Okay, and from this diagram it is very clear that depth of the depth of the wave is called as trough, and the projection of this particular wave is called as crust, and the distance between two consequent crust or trough is called as wavelength. Okay, and since we are saying that distance, since we are talking about the distance, so what will happen, distance is measured in distance is measured in in meters, centimeter or millimeter. So that's why the unit of the wavelength will also can be meter, centimeter, nanometer. Okay, and when you are doing the calculation, you can also have to require to the conversion between nanometer or meter. So that's why I have mentioned the conversion between relationship between meter and nanometer here. Note it down. 1 meter is equal to 10 to the power 9 nanometer. Okay, and then the lambda is represented by, sorry, wavelength is represented by Greek letter called as lambda. Okay, after wavelength we are having another after wavelength we are having another property of the wave, that is frequency. Okay, what is frequency? Okay, suppose we are taking a particular point, okay, this is the point, and at a given amount of time, suppose within one, suppose I am taking the time as 1 minute. Okay, suppose I am taking the time as 1 minute. Okay, in 1 minute, how much or the number of the waves, okay, so in 1 minute the number of waves which can pass through this particular point will be called as frequency. Okay, so what it is that the number of waves which can pass through a particular point of a particular point in a given amount of time will be called as frequency. Okay, and the frequency is represented in hertz. Its unit is hertz, which is also called as cycles per second. 1 hertz is equal to number of cycle per second. Okay, cycles per second. Okay, so when you are doing the calculation or the numerical, if it is required to convert the hertz to seconds, you can use that 1 hertz is equal to per second. Okay, you can directly write hertz is equal to per second. Okay, is it clear? And also one more thing I want to mention here, the relationship between frequency and the velocity of the light and wavelength. Okay, so when we are talking about the frequency, that is nu, then nu is equal to c by lambda. Okay, nu is equal to c by lambda. What is c here? Nu is equal to c by lambda. Okay, nu is equal to c by lambda. Nu is equal to c by lambda. So it's a little bit hard to write here, so I will just delete this. Just 1 second, I will write it again. Okay. So nu is equal to c by lambda. Okay, so this is what the frequency, where c, nu is the frequency, c is the velocity of the light, lambda is the wavelength, and the velocity of the light value is the 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. And with this formula you can calculate frequency, you can also calculate the velocity, you can also calculate the lambda value depending upon the value which is given to you in the question. Okay, the next is what? Amplitude. The amplitude is what? Actually, suppose this at that equilibrium position, we say that now when that electromagnetic radiations, both electric field and magnetic field are acting. Okay, so when both electric field and magnetic field are acting together, okay, are in equilibrium position. So what at equilibrium, then what we can say that at that particular moment the wave is said to be in the position of rest. You can see this line. Okay, so what will happen at that when electric field and magnetic field are not equal and they are acting perpendicular to each other, at that particular moment you can see that the movement or the propagation of the wave. Okay, and during propagation they are moving from their position of rest, and this maximum distance which is between the position of the rest, okay, this maximum distance from the position of the rest or the equilibrium position is called as amplitude. Okay, and since again we are talking about a distance, so the unit will be meter. Okay, clear? And this is the wait 1 second. Now one more thing is left: wave number. Wave number is actually what? It is the wavelength is actually the number of wavelengths per unit length. Okay, or you can also call as the number of waves or the cycles per unit distance is called as wave number. It is in mathematically it is inverse of lambda. Since it is inverse of lambda, unit will be per meter, per centimeter, or per millimeter. And this is the tabulated form of the characteristics of the wave. So whenever you are writing the notes, so please write in the tabulated form. It will be very easy to study them all together. Okay. Next, we are going to study about the electromagnetic spectrum. Now, what is this electromagnetic spectrum? When you are arranging the various electromagnetic radiations, with different electromagnetic radiation in the increasing order of the wavelength or the decreasing order of frequencies, that arrangement is called as electromagnetic spectrum. Okay, that particular arrangement is called as spectrum. Okay, clear? Is it up to here? It is okay. Then in this, why I'm telling you this, because where the numericals, first you have to understand what is electromagnetic spectrum. Second thing, in numericals you are discussed about some electromagnetic radiation like radio waves, microwaves are given and their wavelength value is not given, then you should know what is the range of their value. Okay, like sometimes the numericals is asked calculate the wavelength and explain in which region it will fall. So that particular numericals, in that type of numericals you have to tell that particular radiation falls in the radio waves region or the microwaves region or infrared region, depending upon the wavelength value which you have calculated. Okay, clear? So now let's see here. So when we are talking about the numerical, the first numerical which we are going to discuss here is the this question. You can see a yellow light is from a sodium lamp is passing and it has a wavelength of 580 nanometer frequency, and wave number you have to calculate. Okay, so whenever you are solving the numerical, first think about the target, then go look through the given data, that what is given to you in the question to solve that, to reach that target, and then think about the formula. So here we have to calculate frequency. Okay, and in question wavelength, that is lambda, is given to you. So when if I want to find out the relationship between frequency and lambda, I got a formula that means nu is equal to c by lambda, where c is the velocity of the light, lambda is the wavelength. Lambda is given already in the question. C we can we C value we already know, that is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. Now since the frequency is expressed in hertz, or you can say per second, I already told you it would be either hertz or per second. Okay, so the final answer should have per second. That means I have to cancel out this nanometer and meter. So what I will do, I will just convert this nanometer to meter, that is why you know 1 nanometer is equal to 10 to the power minus 9 meters. Just apply that and substitute the value, you will get as 5.17 10 to the power 14 per second. Now next is the calculation of the wave number. When we are talking about the calculation of the wave number, okay, when we are talking about the calculation of the wave number, what it is there, wave number is inverse of lambda. Inverse of lambda, that means inverse of wavelength there. That's why directly substitute the value of the wavelength and you will get the value of the wave number, that is 1.74 into 10 to the power 6 milli per meter. Okay, is it clear? This is the answer. The next, drawbacks of the wave nature of the electromagnetic radiation. It's not there are certain drawbacks. What were the drawbacks? Black body radiation, photoelectric effect, heat capacity of solid as a function of temperature, and line spectra of atoms. These particular points will not be explained by wave theory, classical wave theory of the light. Okay, and that's why another theory developed, Planck's quantum theory was developed. Okay, so before moving to the Planck's quantum theory, and what was the problem with this particular black body radiation, why wave theory was not able to explain it, and why Planck's quantum theory was able to explain it. So first we will see the what is black body radiations and why the wave theory is not able to explain it. Okay, so let's see. Black body radiation is actually what it is, a any body that can absorb or emit light radiations of all frequencies is called as black body. That means if a body is able to absorb and emit radiations of all frequencies, it is called as black body. And an example is iron bar, sun, star. Okay, these are all the example of black body. Okay, so what happened, why this black body is radiation, black body radiation cannot be explained by the that wave theory. So just see that the major drawback of classical wave theory was that it said that energy is directly